Hey, welcome back to Jigs on Twitch. We are currently in a league with Green White Black Maverick. We are up a game after beating Ant in round 1. Up a match, sorry. So let's go straight into round 2. We were on the draw against our opponent in the first match. We are on the draw against our opponent on the second match. This is interesting. So it's a 2-lander with a plains. We have two sorts of plowshares we can cast. We don't have a green source. We don't have a third piece of mana. This is an interesting one. So we're on the draw. We have a pretty good chance of drawing into a green source, of course. But as I said in my first match, I'm not a fan of keeping hands where we don't have a green source. Because, you know, drawing into something like Green Sun Zenith or a Noble Hierarch, it's not going to be where we want. Against an unfair deck, this hand isn't great. Against a fair deck, it's okay, but it's definitely borderline. I'm going to mulligan to try to get to a better, more consistent hand. And this is perfect. We're definitely going to keep this. Probably just bottoming one Wasteland. Not sure where our opponent is on as well, so that'll be interesting to find out. Giver of Runes, Thalia, and Sylvan Safekeeper gave a pretty good range. You know, a little bit of everything, so Giver pretty good against the fair decks, Thalia good against combo and control, and then of course Safekeeper good at keeping both of these alive. So we'll see what happens, because I could actually start on Nurturing Peatland into Sylvan Safekeeper and give my opponent the impression they were actually on Green-Black Depths, which would be pretty funny. But we'll see what happens first up. Chrome Mox. So straight away a pretty unfair deck, and most likely something like Mono Red Prison, but it looks like a Palace Jailer, so this is going to be like a Soldier Stompy deck. I believe they're going to name Human. Chalice Fountain 1, okay. So a little bit of a setback. Our opponent's on 2 cards though. If we draw a card here, a Verdant Catacombs, so I think here I'm actually happy to Wasteland them. And then next turn just play a land and pass, and then play a Thalia on our turn 3. It looks like that Wasteland was pretty good because our opponent didn't actually have a follow-up. So the Forest is nice. I'm going to play the Windswept Heath here and just pass. It means we can draw, we can just go and get a basic Plains with it. Jide, that's going to be fine. I'm actually going to fetch out a basic here because I don't want to draw into the Plains. Of course, when I say that I'm going to draw into the Plains that's left in the deck, I don't. Green Suns is really nice. So let's go with Thalia here. And just pass back. So the first strike really nice against Jide. And hopefully something that gives us a little bit of time here. Ghost Quarter not great against us because we do have the 2 basics in the deck, which is nice. Savannah interesting. I might just play this Verdant Catacombs and pass back. The one Palace Jailer under here makes me a little bit aware of another Palace Jailer, but I think we actually have a pretty good turn after that with just Green Suns for Night of Autumn, which destroys either the Jide or the Chalice and also gives us a creature to beat with, so pretty happy to attack here first. The Jides and Chalices make me think this is more a Soldier Stompy deck than actual Humans deck. Play the Verdant and pass turn. Eldrazi Displace is going to be fine. A little bit annoying because it is, of course, a 3. Karakas is interesting as well because it allows us to actually block with Thalia and then bounce it if we want to. However, the Wasteland stops that, and the Ghost Quarter stops that. So what are our options? We can Green Suns for 2, but that doesn't do a whole lot. Thalia kind of stops that right now. The land we play is most likely getting Wastelanded, so I don't mind playing the Savannah out here, I guess. And then the following turn we can take care of the Jide. So let's go Savannah and pass turn. I don't want to Green Suns for the Qasali Pridemage here because then they can just kill it with the Displacer Jide counters. So I'm going to assume this is actually a deck that also runs Eldrazi Temple and maybe even Containment Priest in the main deck, because Containment Priest with Eldrazi Displacer is pretty disgusting. Looks like we'll see an equip first. They're going to Wasteland first. That's interesting. So we do have the ability here to trade. They're gonna pass back. Wow. I didn't see that happening. What do we draw into? Abrupt Decay would be pretty brutal. Prelate. Prelate's not really where we want to be. Let's go with Karakas. And a pass back. That's going to be fine. That's fine as well. Swords is quite nice because it allows us to Green Suns for probably Knight of Autumn. I like Knight of Autumn because it deals with the Chalice. It gives us a body. So here I don't mind fetching for just a Bayou. I could also get Knight of the Reliquary, which would be a 1, 2, 3, 4 drop. But I really like getting rid of this Chalice now so I can actually deal with this Prelate, because the Prelate coming in with the Jide is going to do some pretty rough things against me. So let's get Knight of Autumn. And destroy the Chalice. That's going to be fine. I don't think there's any reason to swords in my turn. I think it's okay to leave it up and see how it goes in their turn. Chrome Mox is going to be fine. Palace Jailer wouldn't be too bad because we don't have any creatures for them to take. They would start drawing cards, of course, but Prelate will definitely swords in response. I think 1's just the straight up best answer, so that's going to be fine. It does mean they can still chalice for 1 though, because it is a 2 CMC card. Windswept Heath. Can draw a card here if I want to. Is drawing a card better? I think drawing a card is okay here. But I probably want to tap a forest. Sylvan Library, okay. Let's go and get just to Scrubland. Oh, I meant to cast the Sylvan Library this turn. Oh, what am I doing? Let's just go for 0 because of Chrome Mox. I'm trying to think of other creatures, other non-creatures that I'll be scared about, but I think it's just this. So we'll go for 0. Cast Giver. And pass back. So not getting that Sylvan Library down is huge, and really just a misplay. I mean, it is 12:42 a.m., but you know, that's no real excuse. That's just poor play. So hopefully this is an equip and not a 4-drop creature. It's gonna be Thought Knot, which is brutal because Sylvan Library is just such a great take here. But interesting to see if they actually attack here. And they will, so I'm pretty happy to block. And they took the Sylvan Safekeeper, which is really interesting, because I think the Sylvan Library is going to get me back in the game. The counters are fine. They're going to use them right now, that's great. Okay. No cards for my opponent. See what we draw. Dryad Arbor. Not the worst. It gives us a blocker if we really want it. Let's play this Sylvan Library and pass back. They may even use this Ghost Quarter first. I think we just keep this around for now. Cradle not where we want to be. Knight is. Put on top, put on top. Play Knight. Containment Priest is fine. I mean, if they draw into Eldrazi Displacer, it's pretty bad because they can play the Displacer and then also activate it. I kind of don't want to watch, just in case. At least for this sort of deck that runs Chrome Mox, there are some dead draws in the late game, so I'm not feeling like we're in too bad of a position. I don't think there's any good attacks here either. I'd be very happy to block the Thought Knots here and draw a card. What I really want here, though, is a shuffle, which is pretty rough because we know the top 2 cards. So this is a little bit risky because it means the knight is gone, but it gives us a better look with Sylvan Library. So let's actually get rid of the plains here. And just get another plains. What do we draw? Verdant, not great. Okay, well, Pridemage is very nice. So let's put this on top. And then this on top. Play Pridemage and pass turn. Another priest, okay. Well, they're definitely getting close to just lethal just by attacking with creatures and going wide. Thalia. Annoying, but we do have Karakas, which is nice. Interesting, they probably should have Ghost Courted the Karakas before playing the Thalia. So let's go to blocks. We'll block here. And then before damage. We'll see if they actually use the GJ to make it a 6/6. I don't think they will. They'll most likely just gain some life. This is where I'd love like Scavenging Ooze off the top. I think Screws would be really nice. But it's going to be tough. I would have actually loved a Ghost Quarter there because it would have allowed us to shuffle. Not great. Let's put on top, and draw the Giver. Now we can just pass turn. So at least we're probably going to get a shuffle here, which is nice. Palace Jailer, Hero, okay. Hero's pretty good. Now I really need to find something. Ramunap isn't great. There's a sword, okay. Put on top. Put on top. Lucky. So in our end step, we'll definitely have to shuffle again because the Green Suns is dead and Ramunap's not really where we want to be. Because we can't even get back Dryad Arbor because of the Containment Priest. Thalia's fine. Now I'm pretty happy just to probably sack a forest. I could get a wasteland here if I want. I also like Cradle Do I like Cradle? Green Suns is turned off, so I'm pretty happy just to get a Wasteland. It does come in tapped, but it doesn't matter because, you know, if we do it in their turn or our turn, it doesn't really matter. Scryb Ranger is really nice. Oh, and Sword. We sadly can't draw a card, but we can put on top. Put on top. They're gonna let that go, wow. Might as well cast Scryb Ranger here. Does come in tapped. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Three mana. Prelate. That's going to be fine. Oh, we actually have it next turn because we can give double protection with Giver with Scryb Ranger. So they just have to go for it here. Yeah. Alright. We'll go to blocks. Sadly, we definitely have to block 2. Probably just these 2 and go to 1. We get to draw off the Thought-Knot, which is nice. I'm just trying to think what's on top. We know about the sword. So let's actually sack here. We'll sack the plains. And we'll just go and get that Bayou. We can't really afford to fetch here because we'll be going down to 1. Oh, I could actually untapped. I could have untapped itself. That's a massive misplay. That's a massive misplay. But another knight's pretty nice. However, we do have to deal with this prelate. Questing Beast. Interesting. Damage can't be prevented. Doesn't matter. Oh, Decay is actually pretty nice. I think Decay just gets there. Put on top. Put on top. 1, 2. Oh. Decay your prelate. And now we just swing in with Knight. Ooh, that was a close one. That was a close one and there was misplays. So I am very happy to get that game. Whew. Alright. That was lucky. I apologize for the misplays. That shouldn't happen. Let's take out our combo hate, which is this. And we'll bring in our creature hate, which is going to be this. I don't mind Collector Ouphe. I don't mind Council's Judgments. I think this is pretty nice. Let's go ahead with this. That was close. Ugh. It's never a great feeling when you do that. Sylvan Safekeeper, sorry, Scryb Ranger can untap itself. Should have known that. But we were lucky there because we did actually use our outs. We actually fetched up, we reset the top with Sylvan Library. You got to be pretty happy with that. Savannah yarn to Jonathan Yannick, who is a Maverick fan and a 4-color fan, I believe. So I'll be running through a league with him with 4-color probably later this month. Got a few weddings coming up, so I don't have too much time on the weekends, but that'll be really fun to do. That'd be really fun to play. Alright, knowing what we're up against, this probably isn't a great hand. Really looking for some better interaction, especially Noble Hierarch. Just keeping sort of the Chrome Mox starts from my opponent are going to be pretty rough, so I want to have some sort of mana acceleration. As good as Sylvan Library is, I just want some more removal. Let's mulligan this. And this hand's great. We'll keep this. We'll put back... The Cradle's interesting because we can go turn 1 Noble Hierarch off a Bayou, and then turn 2 we have a ton of mana. Because the Cradle, we have an extra like 3 mana. So I'm going to put back the Bird. Just in case our opponent has a turn 1 Chalice for 1. Plains Pass is pretty bad for my opponent. That's not a great start, so pretty happy to see that. Scrubland isn't really nice, so let's go fetch up just a Bayou here. Do I want to Bayou? I can just play it a little bit safer and play Noble Hierarch here off a Forest, which I'm actually pretty happy to do. Just to make sure that we have a nice consistent start. We don't get Wastelanded out of this game somehow. You know, something like Dismember into Wasteland. I'm not too sure what my opponent might have done post-board. Ghost Quarter. Rest in peace. Okay. That's fine. Only one land in the graveyard so far. Night of Autumn. Interesting. Could just play Night of Autumn here and hit the Rest in Peace, which I don't mind. It then leaves the Green Sun's Zenith for something else. Wow, I could have actually got the Scryb Ranger and the Night of Autumn out of my hand this turn. Because you go Forest, Noble Hierarch, Scryb Ranger, and then Cradle, 2 mana. Untap the Noble, return the Forest, make a white Night of Autumn. A little bit too late now. That's going to be fine. Thalia's a little bit annoying, but not too bad. Wasteland. Wasteland comes in tapped. I guess we could go for like Qasali, but that is still pretty bad. I think the play here is just probably Cradle. It makes them use a Ghost Quarter most likely. Could also just go Scryb Ranger and hold back the Cradle, but I don't think we're dealing with the Thalia this turn. Also have the ability to replay this Forest. So go 1, 2, 3 mana, and then down to 2 mana, and then back up to 3 mana to Green Suns for 2 with Scryb Ranger. I don't mind that. So we go Scryb Ranger, float a green, untap Noble, return the Forest, play the Forest. 1, 2. Green Suns for 2. We get Qasali Pridemage. Can't really attack because of the 3 power and first strike, so happy just to pass here. Palace Jail is interesting, but it doesn't really do much because the Scryb Ranger they take, so we can't attack in the air. But then the Qasali can just attack for 4 power with the Exalted. Hero. Okay, Hero's pretty good. Not gonna lie. I can untap something, but there's nothing good to untap here, so just gonna pass back. Oh, yeah. I could have traded my Knight and my Qasali Pridemage. No, I couldn't have, because First Strike just kills them both. Savannah. Alright, I guess we attack. I'm going to leave back the Qasali because of the Blade Hold, so I'm just going to attack in with the Knight here. Play a tapped Wasteland and pass back. Thought Not's fine. We do just have lands. I guess like Plague Engineer on Soldier's gonna be fine, but we need to actually wait a turn to get the Scrubland online. It's getting a little bit. Oh, they actually get Battle Cry as well. Rough. All right, I guess we Oh, we can't even untap it. We've already gone to blockers. I guess no blocks. Take the full damage. 11? Decay doesn't even work because of the Scrubland. I think we just die. Rough. Alright, we have 7 minutes. Still pretty happy with how we boarded. I don't think there's any changes that I want to make. I could bring in Thoughtseize on the draw if I really wanted to. But I don't know if I like it over anything else. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how we currently are. Thalia there just really good. Really strong against us. Really hard to deal with her. I mean, even something like Karakas comes in tapped and they have access to both Ghost Quarter and Wasteland to deal with it. You know, we have Swords to Plowshares, but we have to draw into it. I do like the Engineers here, especially because of the Death Touch as well. But we are going to have to be pretty fast because this is a timed match, of course, and we are down on our opponent. I think about 5 minutes they have on us, so we'll have to make sure we play sharp, play fast, and then head to bed because it is just after 1 o'clock. This hand's interesting. I think it's a little bit too topsy. Let's mulligan this. I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to just put back a port. I'm just going to Windswept Heath pass. And then hopefully land this Sylvan Library turn 2. I think the only time I'd Wasteland next turn instead of playing Sylvan Library is if they go Ancient Tomb pass. I most likely don't want to play into a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. And an Ancient Tomb just gives them so many plays turn 2 as well through a Plains and Thalia Heretica or Eldrazi Displacer. Something like Chrome Mox into like Hero of Knight's Herald. I always forget what it's called. But that could be pretty rough. There's the Ancient Tomb, okay. And a Jide, okay, so pretty fast out of the bin there. So that's definitely going to be a Wasteland target. Does my opponent have a Chrome Mox? They do. Interesting. If my opponent doesn't play a Containment Priest here, I'm going to fetch him in their end step to see if I can actually bait it out. And then maybe even deal with it with the Savannah. Looks like they're wondering what to actually exile. Big Thalia, okay. Let's just go for Scrubland. Even though this just runs into a Containment Priest and then attack, I'm pretty happy for them to spend their whole turn doing that. If that is what they have. And it looks like it is. Interesting. I kind of want to pay 4 here. And then probably put back the other sword. Play a land. Now I can deal with the knight. Sorry, I can... I might even just play the Skoos. Do I want to trade the Skoos for the Jide counters? I definitely want to keep up white. So let's go for... Yeah, let's go for Skoos. Swords this. Nothing from my opponent makes me really want to Knight of Autumn this Chrome Mox. Put on top, put on top. Even if they have like a Containment Priest here, I'm not too fussed because, you know, we could actually trade with the Knight. Put on top. I'm going to pay for this. And then we're going to go Safekeeper and Qasali. I really want to dig for that land as well. If they have a sword, then my F6 there really screws up because I can't Sylvan Library in response, but I'm happy just to try to save some time here. Displace is fine. Great. Put on top, put on top. Land. Swords this. Black. I'm gonna name Soldier. Might as well just attack with one. And then I'm just going to 6 this turn, just to save a bit of time. I'm going to name Soldier again. Just might keep a bit of stuff off the field. Attack with all creatures. Chromux is fine. Hero is fine because we can trade with it with the Garruk. Nearly. It's a human knight. Oof. So I think here I actually want to trade this Sorcerer's Spyglass. Land. Garruk. Create a 2/2. Happy to attack with one dude. Kind of forgot about that Jide. Let's be honest. Containment Priest is okay. No attacks is really interesting. I thought they would have attacked there. Can attack with both. At least the soldiers die. That's kind of nice. So triggers on the stack. I'm just going to destroy this Jide now. Ah, okay, good. And now I can just take this 2, 4, 6, 7, put him to 3. I kind of want to block just in case. I can actually take it and then go and get Questing Beast, I think. So I'm going to take it. Sacrifice a creature. If you do, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, and put it to your hand. Alright. They have no cards in hand either. I think we got this with Questing Beast. Put on top, put on top. Sacrifice Safekeeper, Questing Beast. I think we get there. I think we get there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was really good. That was is it paint? No, it's not paint, it's snippet. It's snippet. We get there. We get there in a close one. So that was Soldiers, a really quick, a really good game. We're up 2-0, which is really nice in this league, so that's always a pleasure. A few little misplays there. Of course, when the timer gets down so little, it's always rough. But thank you very much for watching. I've been Dukes on Twitch. See you in the next round.